Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I've color coded all the different provinces here, and if I was to click on that province, you'd see that the blue tag is on, and that would be the same for all of them. I've also tagged this character, so if I look on this, you can see that this is on, which means I can use it inside the coding work plane, which is over to the right here. And I also did the same for the flag. So if you click on the flag, you can see that this is also on. Make sure that every single one of your models is turned on to be able to use in the coding window over here. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to click on code, and you're going to be using CodeBlock. So click on that code right here, and this will pop up this window with this sort of sidebar here. Now, what I've done actually is I've already done this lesson, and you're not going to be doing this, so I'm just going to quickly switch over here, click over to another space, and I'm going to close that. And rather than filling this all out, I've already done it, so it'll make our tutorial a little bit faster. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, actually, what I'm just going to show here is that my character, he's been actually moved over to the corner over here from this part, so I've just placed him in a different spot. What we're going to do here is we're going to create a list, and the list is going to make things really easy for us. Rather than having to type out every single province or every single STL every single time, we're going to put them all inside this list called appear right here. So all of these provinces are going to go inside here. That's going to make our life a lot easier later on. To do that, we're going to go all the way down to data, which is right here. We're going to click on the little arrow, and we're going to go down to this submenu called lists. And you can see in this there is a thing called create empty lists, and all you can do is you drag that out, put it on the top there, and then click on the blank box and type in appear. You can call it whatever you want, but I decided to call it appear to make them actually appear on the work plane. Now what I did after that is, if you look just below create empty list, there's a thing called add something to something. So what this does is, if I drag this out and put it just under there, and then I click on the province or state that I want to do, and you can see this one's Alberta. Add Alberta to appear. So what it's doing is it's adding Alberta to the list called appear right at the top. And you can see this, I do this for all of the provinces all the way down. They're all being added into this list right here. Yeah, so we're just going to scroll down there, and I'm just going to close this up to make things a bit cleaner on the side. And let's go through the next section of code. You can see they're all added right there. Alright, the next section of code is right here. So essentially what this does, for each element in appear, so for each element, these are the elements right here, all of these different provinces, in the list appear, we want to do something, we want something to happen. So we want to set the opacity of the element here, to 0, which basically makes it disappear. So let's locate this code block right here first, the one with the kind of mouth on it. So if I click on control, and I click on loops, and if I scroll right down to the bottom, you can see for each element in appear there, and I just drag that out and put it right here. Now this second code block right here has two components to it. It has the set opacity, and to find that, I'll just clean this up here then on the side. We go to actions, generic, and there's the set opacity block right here. So you just drag that in right there. And you can see inside the set opacity block, there's this red block right here. That is our variable. And what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down to data. We're going to go down to variables. And you can see all you do is you drag this shaded color, and that will allow you to place that variable in there. So let me show you what this does. So it's set to 0 right now, so everything will disappear. If I set it to, let's say, 30%, and I click play, you can see the opacity is set to 30%, so you can kind of see through those models. So I'm just going to back up right here, scroll down a little bit more. I'm going to set that back down to 0. So essentially what it does is it makes every single one of those models see-through, so you can't see them at all. Let's go down a little bit farther. So right here it says casual boy, say something. We have to have our character say something, otherwise no one's going to know what to do. That is, yet again, you can see it's the purple block, so it's under actions, generic, and it's right here, this block right here. So all you do is you drag it out and you add in whatever you want. And all he says is click a province. Oh, what does he say? He says click me, then click a province. Okay, this final set of code right here is a little bit more complex, but we'll explain it. When Casual Boy is clicked, and that is under Events right here. You can see when Casual Boy is clicked. So you just drag this out and put it right there. And then you can see right under that there's a forever block that's wrapping around there. So that's going to be under our control block, under loops, and you can see forever is just right there. So you just pull that out, put it in, and then you can see for each element in Appear, we already know where that block is. We've used that block before. And that was under control, loops, and it was way down here. So right there, you just pull that block out, place it in. And then we have another set opacity of element to 100%, and I'm going to let you see if now you can locate where those are. Hint, under actions and under data. I'm going to let you find those yourself. And then there's a final one right here called pause for a certain amount of time. And that one is under control. It's way down under other right here. And there's the pause button, or sorry, the pause block right there. Okay, so once you've got all of your blocks ready to go, you are almost ready to run your program. Now what this does right here is means when I click the boy, this loops forever for each element in Appear, so all those elements, it sets the opacity of the element to 100%, so it basically makes them solid, like a solid color. And what this does is it's running through the loop, it pauses for 0.4 seconds. It runs through the loop, pauses for 0.4 seconds. So essentially, starts at the top here, makes that one appear, waits 0.4 seconds, makes that one appear, all the way down the list. So let's click play, and if I click him, you can see all of those provinces are appearing every 0.4 seconds in the list until it's totally done. Okay, hopefully this video has been helpful, and I will do a little bit more on some extra stuff we could add in, and that should hopefully set you up.